A Bronx family is speaking out after an 18-year-old was fatally shot in Norwood, and now a 17-year-old boy is behind bars, and there is new video of that shooting. We do warn you that some of it is disturbing. News 12's Tim Harfman has the latest details.
Family members howling through their tears after seeing surveillance video of their loved one gunned down on this street corner in Norwood.
I don't have any words. I don't know what happened or how it happened. I don't know anything.
Police say 18-year-old Starling Peralta was shot in the head around 6 o'clock Wednesday evening. Video shows 3 people on the corner of East Gun Hill Road and Putnam Place when one person opens fire. Then the gunman and another person run off. Sources say it started with an argument. One witness tells us there were a total of 5 people wearing ski masks, and he heard one gunshot. Peralta's family says they're still processing the news, so his mother, back in the Dominican Republic, still has no idea.
After I received the news, I haven't slept. I haven't eaten nothing.
A 17-year-old boy is charged with murder, manslaughter, and criminal possession of a weapon. Police have not released the boy's name due to his age. Right now, it's unclear if the victim and shooter knew each other. Peralta's sister demanding answers.
It wasn't a dog that they left there. It was a human that they left there, one who has a family, and I want there to be justice. This can't stay like this.
Police say this is still an active investigation, and anyone with information is urged to give them a call. In Norwood, Tim Harfman, News 12 The Bronx.
Billions of dollars right now sitting unclaimed in our state. Some of it could actually be yours. In this Cost Of, we're walking you through how to get yours back. Old bank accounts, unused gift cards, utility deposits. If you have one of those, you may have money coming your way. The state controller says those are some of the common things that make up the unclaimed funds. Checks have been going out to some people owed money, and so far this year, the controller's office returned over $200 million. But just because you haven't gotten a check doesn't mean you aren't owed money. This is how you find out on the Office of the State Controller website. It's right there. Search now. You type in your name and it will show you what you might have out there and walk you through how to get it.
Shocking allegations against a music teacher at a Nassau high school and middle school.
He was arrested by federal authorities on child porn charges.
Yeah, News 12's Kevin Vesey has reaction from parents, and we have to warn you the details of this case are disturbing.
We are very concerned about that.
Parents at W.T. Clark High School and Middle School in Westbury are shocked about the disturbing federal charges one music teacher is now facing. Authorities say Michael Fazio received and distributed at least 3 images of child pornography, allegedly showing girls as young as 7 engaged in sexual acts.
My daughter, took classes for last 3 years with him. So I'm very concerned about that.
Investigators say they received a tip from the company Dropbox after the child pornography files were allegedly uploaded in October of last year. A search warrant was executed at Fazio's home in Huntington Station on April 30th, and he was arrested on May 15th. Federal authorities also say he admitted to filming and photographing female students from behind during music lessons. In a message to the community, the East Meadow School superintendent wrote, "The individual involved has not been on school grounds since the district first became aware of allegations prior to the arrest."
It's terrifying to parents.
Laura Ahern with the Crime Victims Center says sexual predators often go unnoticed.
They can hide that behavior and to a point where it's undetectable from others and even from the children that are in the classroom.
Now, Fazio faced a federal judge and was released on $500,000 bond. He's currently on home confinement and has to live separately from his wife, who is pregnant. And when that child is born in about 3 months, Fazio will only be allowed supervised contact with the baby. In Westbury, Nassau County, Kevin Vesey.
Tonight we are continuing with breaking news out of Marine Park involving a deadly motorcycle collision with an FDNY truck. News 12's Aurora Folks is there with the latest.
Flashing FDNY lights roped off streets and trails of mangled motorcycle parts. This was the scene at the intersection of Avenue U and Flatbush Avenue, just minutes before Memorial Day.
I see a lot of accidents over here. It's very sad that it happened to the motorcyclist, and I feel really bad for his family.
Police say that a motorcyclist, now identified as 30-year-old Valentin Ivensuk, was traveling westbound on Avenue U before colliding into a 49-year-old FDNY truck driver heading southbound on Flatbush Avenue, racing to a fire. The catastrophic collision happened at this intersection, one many neighbors are calling dangerous.
It's actually extremely concerning. It's always traffic, a whole lot of bad accidents in that area.
According to police, Valentin was rushed to Brookdale University Hospital where he unfortunately died from his injuries.
Now, police say that the FDNY truck driver did remain on the scene, and while no arrests have been made at this time, they're still actively investigating this tragic crash. In Marine Park, Aurora folks, News 12 Brooklyn.
We're shutting the boardwalk down. Let's muster up down at DuPont Avenue. Shut it down.
Right now on News 12 New Jersey, chaos in Seaside Heights. Police shut down the boardwalk after 3 people are stabbed and 73 arrested over the weekend. I'm Roxanne Evans. Well, it was a wild weekend on the boardwalk in Seaside Heights. News 12 New Jersey's Chris Keating has been following the latest developments throughout the day. He is outside police headquarters with more.
Seaside Heights has been trying hard to change its reputation. So this holiday weekend, they brought on more police officers and made a rule stating nobody under 18 could be on the boardwalk past 10 o'clock. But there were still issues resulting in dozens of arrests. Monday on the boardwalk brought out a big crowd with plenty of families enjoying the sun and having lots of fun. But it's been anything but fun for Seaside Heights police, who've had to deal with rowdy teens and 20-somethings. Police were called out on 3 stabbings while making 73 arrests over this weekend. The breakdown is as follows: 52 adults and 21 juveniles taken into custody.
Well, it always escalates around this weekend, but then it gets really good. It just seems like all the kids and the prom. And then after that, it seems to be more family, and it's more family-oriented.
She's got a point. This weekend has always been an issue as graduations mixed with prom weekends and the first weekend of the summer, sending swarms of young people to the beach.
It is a problem, but it's a state problem. It's all over.
Nick Kaslov owns Beach Boys T-shirt shop right along the boardwalk at Sheridan Avenue.
The problem is when they congregate, they start up.
Which is why police double up on officers, bringing in cops from Brick, along with Ocean County Sheriff's officers and special officers. At 12 a.m. Sunday, police responded to their 3rd stabbing of the weekend, an 18-year-old injured at Kearney and Ocean Terrace. And that's when the police chief had enough, clearing the boardwalk until the late-night crowds had all gone home. Concerning those stabbings, no arrests were made, police saying the victims weren't cooperating. In all, Seaside Heights police say over 100,000 people were here this holiday weekend. In Seaside Heights, I'm Chris Keating, News 12 New Jersey.
Residents in Sleepy Hollow are speaking out after ICE agents took 3 people into custody today. News 12's Jade Nash joins us with the details.
ICE agents returned to the village of Sleepy Hollow today. Mayor Martin Rutna says village police were notified early this morning that ICE would be attempting to serve a warrant on a person who was located on Cortlandt Street. The mayor says agents provided police with a copy of this warrant that was signed by a judge and issued to a person with a criminal record. The village says ICE then took this person and 2 others into custody without incident. While we don't know their charges, we ran into this man who says he filmed the arrest this morning.
How did you feel when you were recording?
It sucked to see those people take with handcuffs.
Mayor Rutna says village police were not involved in the execution of this warrant. While he issued a statement saying he wants all residents to feel safe.
A number of people we spoke to say the village feels a little bit quieter today.
You see in that corner over there is a lot of people looking for a job, and you don't see anybody there.
Now, News 12 is learning that this isn't ICE's first visit to Westchester this week either. This government post online says agents arrested Marlon Joswell Cruz Fernandez in New Rochelle on Monday. Officials say he's from the Dominican Republic and was wanted in his home country for homicide.
If you're looking for somebody that committed a capital crime and they're illegal, then they should not be here.
Now, News 12 has reached out to Homeland Security for comment, but we have not heard back yet. In Sleepy Hollow, Jade Nash, News 12.
This half hour, a man from Ocean County is facing charges in connection to a deadly hit and run. Prosecutors say Abel Matthew Cuddy left the scene of a crash that he was involved in and is currently in jail. The crash happened around 7:30 last night in the eastbound lane of Route 37. When officers arrived, they found 2 people inside a Mercedes that crashed into a utility pole. The female driver died from her injuries. The male passenger is in critical condition. A short time later, Seaside Park police stopped Matthew Cuddy's car. The vehicle sustained damage that was consistent to the crash.
Frozen in time, Jessica Guzman's loved ones shared the last memories they have of her from October 10th, 1990. Her brother, the last person to see her alive.
Saw her going to Homer Avenue about a block away.
Guzman was 10 years old, heading to her community center in the Castle Hill houses. She was meeting up with her best friend for their after-school martial arts class.
This particular day, she didn't show up, and Stephen actually is the one who came looking for her to be in there, and that's how we found out that she was missing.
For the next 7 days, they said time stood still as the community joined together to search for her. Her body was found on October 17th, 3 days before her 11th birthday.
That man didn't just choose to do the horrific event just to this community, just to her. So he did it to 2 others before her that he was convicted for.
Now, 35 years later, her loved ones want Castle Hill and Stewart Avenue named for her so the community can honor how they remember her.
She was intelligent like no other.
Fun, free spirit, family loving.
A mural was painted in her memory when she was first found. It's now painted over. Guzman's loved ones started a petition to rename the street for a more permanent way to remember her. From Castle Hill, Jody Juliana Powell, News 12, The Brawl.